Stasis is getting a huge glow up next season with a whole host of artifact mods to help out the subclass. But chances are you haven't really used much Stasis recently because, well, why would you? So here's some tips and tricks you can use to get the most out of Stasis. Warlocks, you can use your Osmomancy gloves to spam cold snap grenades, but did you know you can infinitely cycle these by direct impacting boss targets? Hitting an enemy directly counts as a tag target and returns 50% energy, then the Seeker will return the second 50%. You can do this against red bar enemies too, and you will still get a full return should it hit a further 3 targets with the Seeker. This is extremely helpful when using a demolitionist weapon for unlimited reloads. Or you can use it with stasis turrets too. The first grenade charge creates a turret, the second charges loop to return additional grenade charge, which can net you a positive energy return, which can then be spent on subsequent turrets. While not Warlock specific, they can make a lot of use out of this since they do a lot of freezing. Whisper of Rending gives primary weapons plus 100% damage to frozen targets, which is a huge buff. But this also applies to alt fire modes on primary weapons such as Vexmith class or Revision 0. This can bump up these already hard hitting shots to a much bigger numbers. Fantastic for taking out champions. Also, the season pass weapon Alephonim?
Alethonim.
Oh, okay, that thing. Uses primary ammo, so this will receive a 100% damage boost too. If you're ever using this weapon, be sure to also use Rending. And the Stasis Warlock Super is still unfortunately mid, so if you like, you could replace it with Aegis Scepter alt fire mode. This will have a lot of subclass synergy of rapid freezes, and the damage isn't bad either. From previous testing, it did around 2 mil damage on a boss target when using the entire super bar. Titans, you have a fun loop with these 2 fragments, Reversal and Fractures, alongside the exotic glaive Winterbite. Fractures will grant a stack of frost armor whenever you shatter an enemy with melee, which includes glaives, and Reversal will add 10 slow stacks to melees whenever you have frost armor. This bumps up Winterbite's plus 40 slow per hit to plus 50, which is huge as it hits the breakpoint and only needing 2 melees to freeze. So now repeatedly hitting a target will build up frost armor over time, as well as freezing more frequently. But if you want heavy damage, you need to use Glacial Quake like this. Instead of a standard Stasis Crystal spawning attack, spam the melee attack while airborne. This will allow you to hit much faster than usual and can deal heavy damage when paired with melee boosting options such as Worm Gods, up to around 3 million damage, which puts it right at the top of damaging supers. Diamond Lanterns are getting buffed too, and the easy way to generate them is with the Cadmus Ridge Ice Cap. This requires crits from behind a rally barricade, but it turns out this is a static amount of crits, and it's a really low number of just 3. So to create Diamond Lanterns as fast as possible, you want a high RPM weapon. A Trace Rifle or 900 RPM SMG can generate a lance pretty much instantly, meaning the only downtime will be the lance's cooldown itself. Hunters have the potential to make huge plays using Touch of Winter. A change which has gone rather unnoticed is a huge buff to cold snap grenades. The Seekers will now generate increasingly sized stasis crystals with each target tagged and spawn additional Seekers. So you can follow up this grenade by destroying the generated crystals and deal heavy AoE damage. This pairs exceptionally well with Whisper of Shards for a 500% grenade regen boost upon destroying stasis crystals. Touch of Winter Glacier grenades have an interesting usage too. Because of their formation, you can throw these straight at your feet and it will protect you from all angles. This makes them especially useful if you need to capture an objective or just need a second to regenerate health. And of course, playing Stasis Hunter means you have access to Shatter Skating. I'm sure you know what this is by now, but this finally might give a subclass more use than just being a movement option. If you are struggling with getting this tech down, my suggestion is to mess around with your keybinds. You only need 3 inputs here, the heavy attack, jump and air move. And the execution is heavy attack quickly followed by the subsequent 2 inputs in rapid succession. I've put air move on X as it is easy to hit space for jump and then X immediately afterwards. Try some buttons that are all close together and see what works for you. If you play controller, unfortunately I don't know what the best option is, but some people have made it work, so there must be something. Alephonim, okay, got it.